What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with a little bit of a channel update. I'd like to do these every so often, kind of keep you guys aware of what's going on with the channel, what's going on kind of with me, give you a little bit of a peek into real life sometimes. But just wanted to kind of see what was going on and take a minute to comment on a few things and give you guys an update on what's going to be going on with the channel here in the next week or so. And first off, I wanted to say thank you for the 900 subscribers. You guys are amazing. Recently went over 900 this weekend, so that was pretty cool. It's nice to see the channel grow, even though I'm not really, I'm not doing this, as I often say, to get big or famous or whatever. It's not, not something that I look at making a career out of, but it's kind of fun. I do this as a hobby. It's a lot of fun to come on and make videos, and it's very humbling to see that so many people enjoy listening to me ramble on the internet. So that's pretty cool, guys. You guys are awesome. Appreciate, keep the comments coming and everything. It's been a great ride so far. Having a lot of fun doing YouTube, getting on and making videos and things. So that's first off, wanted to get that out of the way again. Thank you so much for 900 subs. Really appreciate all the support, guys. Moving on to just kind of a few other things in terms, I guess, of what we're going to be doing on the channel. I've been doing a lot of Taken King stuff with Destiny lately. You guys have probably been seeing a lot of that. I'm going to try to get back onto some Mass Effect stuff. It's just, we got so much information on the Taken King last week. I kind of felt like I had to get some of that out there. And also, since I always say that I like to give Bungie, I do give Bungie and Activision a lot of crap about Destiny, but I also wanted to kind of support when I felt they were making good decisions. And so far with the Taken King, even though I'm still a little skeptical, it does seem like it's going to be a good game. I'm calling it a new game because they're just changing so much about it. I really don't consider it an expansion. It's almost like Destiny's going to be a completely new game when Taken King drops. So I think they're doing some good stuff with it. I'm still going to be a little wary, and we'll still wait for initial reviews and reactions before I get into it, if I'm going to, whether or not I'm going to get it or not. But overall, it looks pretty good. But of course, we've seen that a few times with them already, with expansions and other things and promises, and we know how that's all worked out. But it seems like this time they may actually be getting it. So we'll see. Hopefully, it works out, and we all finally get to have the Destiny experience that most of us have been wanting and waiting for since the game released. Moving on to a few other things, I'm going to be jumping back into my Mass Effect 3 multiplayer series. Definitely, I kind of got away from that for a little bit, but I want to get back into it and complete a few of those guides. I'm working on, I believe it was the Sentinel guide. We're going for level 1 to 20. I'm going to get back onto that here in the next few days. Also going to continue my Mass Effect Let's Play series. My initial goal with that is to get through all 3 Mass Effect games, just to kind of give you guys a look at how those games are. If you've never played Mass Effect before, or you just like to watch the Let's Plays, I think it's really, Mass Effect is a great game for that, because there's just so many different choices you can make. There's so many different ways you can play through the game. 2 or 3 people can play through Mass Effect and try to play the exact same way, and will still come out with completely different stories and completely different reactions and romance options and all kinds of things. I'm, I believe, working on my 3rd playthrough of the original Mass Effect game, and I'm still finding things that I missed the first few times, even though I thought I did a pretty thorough job of exploring. So that's just another cool thing about it. You find so much to do, and I'm really looking forward to getting into Mass Effect 2 again, because I've only played through that game, I think, twice, and really haven't done much. So the first time I played through Mass Effect 2, I was really worried about the suicide mission and getting everybody through properly, so I was trying to make all the right decisions. And this time I'm looking forward to kind of just playing through it like kind of a free-for-all, not having to worry about any of that stuff. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to do that. So definitely going to be continuing the Mass Effect Let's Play series, and the Mass Effect multiplayer guide. We're going to have some fun with that. Just continue to enjoy that and have a good time with it. So that'll be the main focus here for the next week or so. Now, I am also going to be getting back into my Halo series. I know I posted the first episode of my Halo Reach Let's Play, and if you guys were watching my other video, unfortunately, I posted the second video, and I had some copyright claims from Bungie for the soundtrack, which was really weird because Bungie doesn't own Halo anymore. Obviously, Microsoft owns Halo, so Bungie really has nothing to claim. And the second odd thing was I didn't even monetize the video. I was doing the Let's Play series. I said, I'm not even going to monetize this. Number one, to try to avoid that type of thing with Microsoft or Bungie, and yet they still did it anyways. And so basically, Bungie was trying to make money off of my Let's Play of Halo Reach, which they don't even own anymore. And I was like, no, we're not. That's not going to happen. We're not going to let that. That's. So unfortunately, the Halo Reach series is kind of at a standstill. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do, because apparently the problem is the cutscenes, where I'm not talking over them because I want people to be able to hear the cutscenes. Apparently, the first video, some random company, I can't remember the name of them, they tried to copyright claim the soundtrack during one of those cutscenes. It was like a 30-second clip, and they copyright claimed the soundtrack. I was able to actually get rid of that copyright claim. I actually was able to dispute that and get rid of it, because I'm like, you guys, number one, this is Marty O'Donnell's soundtrack, and you guys are not Marty O'Donnell or Microsoft, and so they basically got rid of that one. So I was able to keep the first episode up. Now, the second episode, Bungie continues to try to copyright claim it, so I have decided not to post the second episode. They were, again, it was like a 1.5-minute clip of a cutscene that they were trying to copyright claim. So I'm kind of left with the choice of, I've got about 8 hours worth of Halo Reach content from that Let's Play that I finished already that's ready to go, but I would have to basically edit out every single cutscene in the game if I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to have this problem in the future. And then, people, of course, you're going to lose a lot of the immersion in the game if you can't see the cutscenes. So I'm kind of reluctant to do that. And so I've been kind of debating. Part of me is like, just post them, not monetize them, but then, I really just have a problem with Bungie trying to make money off of my videos when I'm not even trying to, especially when they don't own the game anymore. So that's kind of where I'm at with that, and I'm kind of debating what I want to do. So the Halo Reach Let's Play for the time being is on hold. Now, I am going to go ahead and go forward with the rest of the Halo games, and I'm actually going to try to do the Master Chief Collection on the Xbox One, because I really, I've got my Xbox One, and I really honestly haven't done much with it in terms of games, in terms of doing YouTube videos and anything on it. So I'm going to try to finally do some games with the Xbox One. We'll see how that works in terms of making videos. I think it could be kind of fun. So I'm hoping that with, at least with Master Chief Collection, I'm not going to run into any copyright problems, because 343, I've done a lot of Halo 4 stuff and some other things. 343 so far has not seemed to really care that much about anything. They haven't really been a problem when it comes to that. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe if we use the Master Chief Collection, it won't be a problem. So that's going to be the idea, anyways. So I'll probably start working on that this week, maybe. We'll see what happens, but we'll start with Halo Combat Evolved and try to go through all 4 Halo games on the Master Chief Collection. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. That's pretty much it for video news. Obviously, if anything major comes out about Destiny, I'll be reporting on it. I also do have a Halo 5 video that's going to be coming up in a couple days. I recently saw some information about Halo 5 that kind of made me, I don't know, it just didn't seem cool. It's something they're doing with the game that, in terms of the rating and things, that I'm not real happy about. And it's part of the same reason I think Destiny was kind of lackluster when it came out, and I think Halo 5 might be making the same mistake, but I'll save that for the video I'm going to be doing on it later. So stay tuned for that. Also, a few other things. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but there's a guy on YouTube. He goes by the name Invader1. He runs a channel called N7 Spec Ops, and he's a really awesome Mass Effect 3 channel, actually just Mass Effect in general. And he was one of the main reasons I kept playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. I used to be really terrible at this game, and basically I decided one day, I really enjoyed the co-op, but I was bad at it. I was terrible. I was dying so much. I didn't understand the mechanics. I didn't really understand how to play. And so I decided one day I'm going to find somebody's YouTube channel, and I'm going to watch a bunch of guide videos and figure out how to play this game, because it's really cool, and I really want to learn how to enjoy it and, continue to play it. So I found this guy, N7 Spec Ops, on YouTube. Started watching. I literally spent probably an entire day watching his videos on Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Watched all his class guides. I watched his guides on how to, buy equipment and make the most of your equipment. How to use the maps and things to your advantage, and basically just got a crash course on how to play the game. And my overall gaming experience with Mass Effect 3 was just so much more enjoyable after I watched this guy's guides. They're really helpful, and he's really good at the game. He's soloed platinum on even some of the base level characters who really aren't that great in terms of their abilities. He's managed to solo platinum even with some of the human characters you get right at the start. So, anyways, recently he took about, I don't know, it was at least a year hiatus from YouTube. He just wasn't around, and he kind of dropped off the face of the earth, and was kind of wondering what happened to him. Well, he recently this last week has posted 2 more videos, and he is back doing Mass Effect 3 stuff. Obviously, and you know, he's kind of excited that Mass Effect Andromeda is going to be, you know, coming out pretty soon, and he's back doing Mass Effect content. So I was pretty excited to see that because, like I said, he's one of my favorite channels that I used to watch and really got a lot of help with Mass Effect 3. So definitely, guys, if you like this game, if you're a Mass Effect fan in general, you owe it to yourself to go check his channel out. Like I said, he's N7 Spec Ops. His name's Invader 1. I will be posting a link down below in the description, so you guys can just go click that if you want to go check out his channel. Like I said, amazing guides for Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. He's got a ton of platinum solo plays. He's really, really good at the game. So definitely check him out. And you know, especially if you're looking for tips for multiplayer, you know, I try to provide some, but I'm a bit more informal when I do it. It's just more of a let's play experience. If you're looking for a very in-depth, especially for build guides and things, he's got quite a lot of stuff there, weapon reviews and all kinds of different stuff for the game. So definitely check out his channel for his Mass Effect stuff. Do yourself a favor and subscribe to him. You know, not saying that to try to support him, because obviously he's a much bigger YouTuber than me. But I just think if you like content for this game, he's definitely worth taking a look at. So that's pretty much it for YouTube stuff. Let me get into a little bit of real life stuff here for just a second. Some stuff going on. Let's see what we're going to talk. Oh, okay. Guys, if you are thinking about upgrading to Windows 10, I'm going to tell you right now, you should probably wait a little while. And if you guys are any type of computer people at all, if you use your computer a lot, if you use Windows, you probably have been getting those old notifications to do your free upgrade to Windows 10. They are basically giving Windows 10 out to anybody for free who wants it, even if you've got a pirated copy, even if you're one of those people. You can get a brand new or a free copy upgrade of Windows 10. So I actually had signed up for it on my desktop, which I believe I was still running Windows XP, which I don't mind Windows XP. I'm not as yeah, I think it was Windows XP. I don't know, but I don't mind some of the older Windows operating systems. I have Windows 8 on my laptop. Not a huge fan of it. It's kind of what they use for the interface on the Xbox One as well, and just not a huge fan of all the huge boxes and bright colors and apps and all the other stuff. You know, I like my computer to be very clean and easy to find stuff, and just the start menu pops up and all the stuff you need is right there. I don't like having to search for it. I don't like having all these stupid apps everywhere. Windows 10, I upgraded to it, played around with it for a few hours, and immediately reverted back to my old operating system because it was horrendous. There's a lot of stuff that just, number one, there's not a lot of driver support for it right now. So the biggest problem I had was on my desktop. I have an aftermarket graphics card, and it just was not vibing well at all with that. It basically blew up my entire screen, so I could hardly even see, everything was super huge font, and I went into settings to try to basically change that and, get back to my normal resolution that I like, and I didn't have any options to do that. So I went online, checked around a little bit, and basically they were saying that because I didn't have there wasn't any driver support for my graphics card, and so it told me to go re-download my drivers and all this other. And I tried to do all this, and none of it worked. It was just very frustrating and very annoying. So I got kind of frustrated with it. For that fact, also I did a couple test videos to record, and the sound is way off. The sound sounds terrible. There's a lot of hissing, a lot of background noise. The sound drivers, I'm assuming, are having the same problem. And overall, it was just really, really awful. And it's to me, it's a pain to navigate because they do the same thing like with Windows 8. It's almost like you have a smartphone on your computer. You have to go through all the apps and all the other. It's like I just want simplified. I don't want all this big bright colors and crap and having to search forever to find the one thing that I want. And I just did not care for it whatsoever. And furthermore, I did some more research on Windows 10. Windows 10 is basically a giant spyware program that you're putting on your computer. And that's something I wanted to kind of let you guys know in case you were considering it, because if you read the terms of service they give you, which I did, and a lot of people, they don't even look at that stuff. They just see terms of service on a computer and they think, okay, fine, I'm okay, I'm safe. They're not going to do anything malicious, and they just hit accept. Well, if you read the terms of service for Windows 10, Microsoft can basically take any of your data that they want. They actually specifically say that they will be monitoring all of your data. Again, they claim they're using it to build a profile on you in terms of what to offer you in terms of software and how to tailor your experience on the computer. But I think that's all a load of crap. But what they say is they basically are recording all of your data on your computer. And of course, you're linked constantly to the internet nowadays with they've got the OneDrive and all the other stuff. And basically, they will be looking at all of your communication. And they even say this. They say, we can monitor, we'll be recording the data from all of your emails, any type of messaging program you use, messages you send with those programs, all of your personal data, phone numbers, addresses, all of that stuff. So anything, like if you use any kind of messaging program, like any kind of message you send, if you're talking to your friends, having a private conversation, that data will all be recorded by Microsoft. All of your emails will be fair game. All your personal private information that's on your computer. They even go on to say that they will be able to, any data that's in like your private folders on your desktop, they can access that as well. And they're going to be recording all of this data in their database. And there's really, if you want to opt, it's really difficult to opt out of that if you want to get away from that stuff and protect yourself. They kind of just have this giant blanket over all your data on your computer if you upgrade to Windows 10. And of course, like I said, a lot of people will just click right through that accept thing for the terms of service, and they don't really see this. So that's very, in my opinion, very, very dangerous. I'm really getting tired of this online everything age where everybody knows your business, everybody wants your data. And the fact that Microsoft is going to have access to all of this, your browsing history, your private information, what's in your file folders on your computer, your message history through your email. I mean, this is like Big Brother's watching type kind of stuff. So just be careful, guys. That's one of the reasons I've decided I'm not going to be upgrading to Windows 10 right now. I like my old version of Windows just fine, and my computer works just fine. I'm used to it, and I don't need anything crazy or newfangled. And so we'll see what happens. But just that little kind of word of warning about Windows 10. And the thing is, too, what happens if Microsoft gets hacked? What if their data center gets hacked that's monitoring all this data and recording all this data? And then what? All that stuff's out there. What if they decide, they want to sell their database to the government or something? It's just there's a lot of bad news that can happen from something like this. So I don't support that type of thing. I don't really like the whole them getting to take a peek into your private life. I don't think that's very cool at all. So, and that was the other problem too, is when you're on Windows, when you get on Windows 10, since it's constantly recording all this stuff in the background and sending information over the internet, it bogs down your system really, really bad. That was the big problem I have. I upgraded to Windows 10, and basically my entire computer was like it was running in mud. I mean, it was so slow and sluggish. And I've got plenty of memory. This is a gaming PC we're talking about. That I keep well updated. Has plenty of horsepower, good processor, plenty of RAM, plenty of all that other stuff, and lots of storage space. I don't hardly keep anything on the computer to begin with. I have a 3 terabyte standalone hard drive that I put all my work files and other stuff in, and it completely bogged down. It was terrible just to use it. So lots of bugs with Windows 10. It's got a lot of problems going on right now. I would not recommend picking it up. I would wait and see. Even if you have to wait to buy an actual copy of it, just because it's free, there's always consequences when stuff is free most of the time. So, definitely wanted to let you guys know about that. I think it's a bad idea right now if you're especially if you're a gamer on a PC. I've seen a lot of complaints from PC gamers who upgrade to Windows 10 and then all of a sudden their graphics and sound and things are just really screwed up for a big time because there's not a lot of driver support right now for Windows 10. So definitely be a little wary of Windows 10 right now, guys. That is my ultimate closing thought there would be on Windows 10. It's just not good right now, especially like I said, if you're doing any kind of gaming or even video recording. I've seen a few YouTubers who said they switched over and then they had to spend like a week trying to figure out their new settings to get their recording to work and all that other stuff. So not fun right now for Windows 10. That's pretty much it on that. The other thing was talk about some real life stuff right now. You guys will remember back in February and March of this year, I was having some problems with work in terms of not having a job, actually. The job that I work, I basically do contract work for energy companies in the Northeast United States, and basically I do a lot of research and other things for them. And it's kind of fun because when you're on a contract basis, it's like you get to make your own schedule. You don't have really anybody telling you what to do. It's like you get an assignment sent to you, and then you have to finish that within a certain amount of time, and then they'll just keep saying, that's usually how it works. Now, unfortunately, earlier in the year, the economy slowed down with the energy prices and things, and again, we're starting to have that once again. And a lot of companies in my area, they're starting to lay people off, and usually us, our contract workers, we're the first to go because we're kind of at will. They can call you up any day of the week and say we don't need you anymore, and you basically are SOL. You're out of a job. And the other problem with being contract workers, you have no benefits. So there's no sick days, there's no paid vacation days that you get reimbursed for. It's basically when they let you go, you are let go, and there's really not much you can do about it. I just hope you had money saved up for the bank. So recently, my company I've been doing some work for, they have let me know that things have slowed down again, and they don't really have a lot of work right now. So they have not told anybody that we're letting you go. They basically have told us all they're going to try to figure out a way to get us some work, and they're waiting on one of the companies they get work from to give them some more stuff to do. So we're supposed to hear something by the end of August, which is not really a great prognosis, and not something I don't really want to wait till the end of the month to have work. But this company kind of helped me out back in March when I was really kind of hurting and needing a job, and so I am a little bit loyal and do want to give them a chance to kind of get some more stuff for us to do. But in the meantime, I'm going to have to start looking for a backup plan. And fortunately, I do pay my rent several months in advance, so I'm pretty much good through the end of September in terms of being able to live somewhere. But it just creates a lot of extra stress because if I take a day off or I don't work, I don't get paid. So I don't have any kind of sick vacation time or any of that stuff. So I have it's been a couple days since I've actually been working, so it's nice because I get to work on videos, make more videos, but at the same time, it's like I don't have any money coming in, so that's a bit of a problem. So we're going to see what's going to happen. It's going to be the next few weeks are going to be very interesting. The area I live in, I know it's been hurting a little bit because there's a lot of layoffs that have been coming. A couple companies just let go a lot of people from their jobs, so I'm not the only one it's affecting, but it's just part of the nature of the business I work in, and it's unfortunate. We had really good times for the first few years I was up here doing this work and never really had to worry about it. And then this last year or two, things have started to slow down here and there. The way gas prices and oil prices and things are right now, it's just really not good for the economy. It's not good for stuff I do for a living. So gonna have to figure out what's going on with that, and that may lead to some little hiccups here and there with the channel if I'm dealing with that real life stuff. So just kind of keeping you guys updated. I haven't really gone into full job search mode yet. Like I said, the company I'm with has sort of promised they are trying. They're trying to tell us that we're going to have more work by the end of the month. So going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'm only, if I don't hear an update from them in the next few days or the next week or so, I'm going to probably go into full job search mode, which is basically almost like having a job in itself, as you're going around trying to drop off resumes and talk to people and network and just, go through, do what you got to do to try to find work again. So that may be what I'll be working on here in the next few weeks. So anyways, we're going to end on that depressing note. So I just wanted to keep you guys apprised, kind of in case, if you don't see any videos for a couple days or something, don't panic. I'm not going anywhere. It just may take me a while to get back on my feet with real life stuff. But in the meantime, I'll be probably trying to make a couple more videos this week while I have some free time while I'm waiting on them to give me an update. So that's about it on my end, guys. I hope you guys are having a good week. I know it's Monday, so we're just getting started with the week here. I probably will actually get back and do another episode of Old School Gaming Friday this Friday, because I did find an older game I had that I forgot. It was on my Xbox 360 downloaded games. So I will probably be doing that for this. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You guys will have to wait till Friday to find out. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a better week than I am so far with real life stuff. Again, guys, thanks for watching, and I appreciate the 900 subs. Really excited about seeing the channel grow, and it's just been a great time doing YouTube so far, and just having a lot of fun doing videos. So if you guys are having fun watching them, appreciate any comments. Let me know how you guys are doing. Hope you guys are having a great week. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you again next time.